And then there's 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch the documentary about 6ix9ine on Hulu?
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of watching 3 6ix9ine documentaries because they interviewed me for all 3.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of wanted to see all 3. And I'll be honest with you, though, documentary making has come so far because each documentary managed to tell his story in such a different way with using different characters
and
telling the story.
All valid versions of it?
Yeah, they're all pretty valid. Yeah, I was actually, it made me learn a lot about documentary making because I saw all the different routes that they were able to go with that subject matter, you know?
You know, like my take, I only watched the one, I believe it was on Hulu, and it was like Daniel Hernandez or whatever.
Okay.
And I remember my takeaway being like, you know, the only thing that really, I think, kind of made him look bad was just at the very end, like with his baby mama saying, like, about, like, kind of not being there for the kid.
Oh, man, she said crazy shit about him. Like, she said that he beat her and raped her and all this wild-ass shit. Yeah. Which surprisingly kind of went under the radar, like, didn't really get that much attention because I feel like people had already decided that they thought he was a bad guy, and then she came out with, like, a really fucked up story about how fucked up he was to her, and I felt like people didn't really pay that much attention to it, which is, I mean, she's like a really great person from my perspective too, and like, yeah, I mean, he really is kind of like the supervillain of rap because he's just kind of burnt everybody along the way.
It's crazy, dude. I mean, it's crazy. And like, we were talking on your podcast about people who get caught up in maintaining like the appearance of super success and just being flashy with cars and money and everything, but then they fall off and they still need to try to maintain this appearance, but it's beyond their means to do so. You gotta believe that that's kind of the boat he's in.
100%.
Or like paying taxes. You know, a lot of those people don't pay taxes for 3-4 years.
Like on TMZ, this has got to be the most uncomfortable look. Like on TMZ, he's trying to reconcile, like having like this like blocks of cash and saying this is millions of dollars. This is how I live. This is my lifestyle. I'm rich. I'm rich. I got houses on my arms. Like,
yeah, what's a house? 250.
In Florida, shit, that'll get you a lot of the way there, right?
Yeah, house is 80 in Florida.
But meanwhile, while he's saying this, I'm rich, this is my lifestyle, this is real, like he's saying to the judge in a lawsuit situation that he's broke and doesn't have any money. And then he's talking to TMZ with Harvey Levin and saying, look, man, like, I'm an entertainer. So it's like, so you're.
Well, didn't 50 Cent do that too?
He did. 50 Cent was in that same exact situation.
But the thing about 6ix9ine is that he will come out and make songs talking shit about other rappers who are actual like real deal gang members who like are on some crazy shit that we could not even imagine how much murder and bloodshed they've seen, both their enemies getting killed and their family getting killed. And then meanwhile 6ix9ine will be calling them out, trying to provoke them to do something violent. And then also, meanwhile, I mean, he is a federal witness. He is required by law to tell the feds everything that they want to know. And he's so addicted to the idea of being perceived as a gangster that he's out here like really trying to pretend that while also having to stay in consistent communication with the FBI.
Is that something that's an ongoing thing?
Yeah, I think he has to check in like, and that's why I think people don't want to beef with him. He's like, look how pussy hip hop is. Nobody has killed me. And then everybody who actually kills people is like, I'm not killing you. You got the feds in your back pocket. Like any kind of beef that we start with you is going to be reiterated to them, right?
Yeah, he's probably being watched 24/7. Everything's tapped.
I mean, there's got to be like no precedent for like someone who's turned like state's witness or whatever, federal informant, and like normally you go into like a witness protection program, but this fucking guy.
They tried to get him to do that, and he didn't even want to have personal security, and that's why like there's a video of him going into a gas station, and he's just buying something. And you could tell he's like alone, or like maybe there's a girl in the car, and he's got a bag that he's wearing right here, and he's got his hand in it. Like you could tell he's holding his gun while he's going in the 7-Eleven to buy a fucking soda. And it's like he's got some guy like filming him talking shit in the gas station, and it's like that's the reality of his life, is that he's got to be ready to fucking, he's either got to roll with security all the time, or he's got to be ready to shoot somebody at any time.
Right, and then like you can't afford security anymore because like no one will fuck with you and you're not making money.
Yeah, that's like one of the great mysteries, because I mean, I know he can go play shows overseas and stuff and make fuckloads of money, but then I also like, yeah, I'm pretty sure his financial situation's like ridiculously expensive, and he has all these legal situations. I don't know,
dude. It's nuts. The fucking yeah, it's just so fascinating. What was, he just put out a song recently, and it was like pretty good, right?
It didn't do that well.
But when he was like riding on the car through New York, like on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was kind of attached to like an energy drink somehow.
Yeah, he started an energy drink and an NFT collection called Gine.
Okay.
But the NFT collection did pretty good, I think, right?
I would really doubt that. I'm going to be honest with you. Like,
NFTs are not like having a good reputation.
It's not a great market right now, and I think especially if you're a rapper pushing an NFT, that the fans are even more turned off. Because there was a while there where everybody was trying to get me to do a fucking NFT collection and trying to pay me, like, let me give you 40 grand to say that you're fucking with my NFT. And I'm just like, it took me a while to understand, and then by the time I really fully understood, I was like, I'm glad that I said no to almost all of this. I might have posted a couple of them, but
I sold one.
Really?
Like not like backing anybody else's NFTs. I just created one and put it on a thing.
Right.
Sold it for what at the time I sold it for 1 ETH, which at the time was like $3,000 bucks, and. So you set up like a crypto wallet kind of a thing, right? And the password is like a series of words and everything, you know. I write it down on a fucking box.
You lost it?
Yeah, my editor threw it away. And dude, I'm like, dude, you fucked me. You threw away my ETH. And he goes, dude, I'll wait till it crashes. I'll pay it back. I think that clip was awesome, but not as awesome as my new book, A Hard Kick in the Nuts, What I've Learned from a Lifetime of Terrible Decisions, which is out September 27th, and if you pre-order it right now, you can get the autographed copy. So, get on it, man. Pre-order my book. It's not going to waste your time because I'm proven, dude. New York Times bestseller. My first book's 5-star rated on Amazon, and I have no doubt this one will be too. So get the autographed copy right now by pre-ordering it at stevo.com. Yeah, dude.